Hello, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Today, I am going over how a gigantic increase in the number of dragons in the dragon population in the third Spyro game caused the franchise to not be able to release any more Spyro games. So, as we all know, there is a total of 75 dragons to begin with. This is because we saved 80 in the first Spyro game, but 6 of them are dragons we have already saved, making them null. Then, of course, there is Hugh, Spyro. We also save a total of 12 eggs in Spyro 1, but as they are not born yet, they cannot be counted in the population. In Spyro 3, we don't rescue any dragons, but we do rescue an obscene number of eggs, 150 to be exact. Now, this is obviously a huge jump in the number of eggs from the first game, so either someone's been getting busy or Nork somehow missed 138 eggs. We're getting sidetracked, however. In Spyro 3, each egg you rescue hatches into a baby dragon that makes these cute gurgling sounds that a baby dragon makes. And therefore, while you are an amazing game that I would not recommend to anybody due to your content, you messed me up, man. I will never look or hear a baby the same again. Now, while you may think it was a total of 150 dragons that hatched, this is not true. After you rescue the 150th egg, which contains 2 dragons, you get a special cutscene that shows you another egg being hatched while you carry the 2 dragons that came out of the 150th. This egg could not have been rescued by you, as every egg you rescue immediately hatches. This brings up the total dragon population up to 228. This is a staggering 304% increase to the population in just under a couple of hours. This then begs the question of where the dragon is going to get food and what territory problems are going to occur. It also brings into question of who is going to raise these new dragons. If you do the math, each dragon would have to take care of at least 2 baby dragons, which isn't a lot, but not every dragon is going to be able to take care of the kids, as they're either too old to keep the kids out of trouble or very bad influence, as all they want to do is crush things. Additionally, due to the wide open ranges of each world, keeping track of all the kids is going to be difficult, and the adults will get very burned out very fast. As we all know, bad parenting is incredibly bad for a child and will have lasting negative effect on them. Now for food. It is not known to us what the dragons eat, but they cannot survive off nothing. Now, we can assume that the dragons eat the same thing that you, Spyro, eats during the game. And while yes, you kill the animal and Sparks eats the butterfly, it can very well be you eating them and having the same effect. Now, if we were to assume that the dragons can only eat what Spyro eats throughout the game, there is no way the skinny scraps of burned animal will be enough food to feed the newly increased dragon population. One might also question if it's possible to eat something like a fish, to which I'll answer, okay, as some other animals in a different world eat them. However, we're talking about 228 dragons, 74 of which are adults, 154 of them are growing. They're going to need to survive off these tiny little animals. The food in the surrounding dragon territory will be quickly consumed with no chance for reproduction, as the kids will have a high chance of starving without food. The dragons will have to make huge advances into other people's territory to eat their food. Now you may be thinking, why don't they just go farther out into their own world to get food? Well, I would agree with you. It takes a simple glance into the skybox to learn that the area you start in is the only livable area in the world. Everything else is a desolate wasteland. As the dragons expand into the other's territory and eat their food, they will obviously get angry. The dragons, not wanting to sacrifice their young to starvation and being the stronger species, will not back down, which will cause wars to break out. These wars will not turn out well for the dragons, as we all know. Spyro is the only dragon who was ever able to fight. This was proved to us in the first game, when literally every dragon you rescued was a little, complete, and utter useless fuck. Spyro, however, cannot attack the other species, as Spyro 1, 2, or 3 show us, because they are considered an ally. Even if Spyro was able to attack the other species, there would be way too many for him to kill before being overwhelmed. The other species have also shown to be brutal when at war, with others and will easily slaughter the helpless baby dragons and the useless as fuck adults. As we know, if there are no dragons and or Spyro, then the franchise cannot continue. This is the reason as to why there are no more Spyro games. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You also may have thought that I used game logic at will to make my points valid, and the naysayers not. This is true. Now fuck off.